So I don't think I need to see shrinking superheroes ever again. I'm frankly disgusted. What up, guys, and welcome to my review of The Boys, an all-out spoiler review of Season 3. Now, The Boys is a super popular show. Everybody loves it. I was all about The Boys when it first came out. I read some of the comic books. My uncle was somebody that introduced me to this way before the show was out and said, this comic book run is really fucked up. You're going to really enjoy this. And it was very good. And then I really enjoyed that first season of the show. Everybody is great in it. If you want to know my thoughts on Season 1 and 2, I thought they were both fantastic. But come to think of it, I never really gave my thoughts online about what I thought of the show. Maybe Season 1, but definitely not Season 2. But they're both big thumbs up for me. I think The Boys does something totally different with superheroes. It adds this satirical edge, a political edge. It is all out, balls to the wall, crazy, gory. There's some trauma level stuff in this show that just works, and the cast brings it. They're totally bringing their A game, and it's just disgusting in some of the best ways possible. So going into Season 3, my hopes were high that this would deliver. We heard Jensen Ackles would be Soldier Boy, which is just awesome. He is fantastic in this. He's one of the highlights. He's not in it a whole lot, but man, is he worth the hype. Now, catching up on The Boys, everybody's in a different place than when we saw them in Season 2. Some of them are in a better place than others. Some people are even in a worse place, but it's so good to be back with these characters that are despicable, but somehow so lovable. That's what the show is great at. It makes you love despicable people, especially those that should be heroes. You somehow have this affection for them, and you can't take your eyes off of them. You especially can't take your eyes off of Anthony Starr's Homelander, who is just... Homelander, every season, is a highlight, but especially this season, they add something new and different and kind of really scary. The more that the show goes on, you find the weaknesses in Homelander and what he's afraid of, and that kind of makes him even more terrifying as a villain. There's also a great callback to a Superman comic that I love, All-Star Superman, where Superman urges a girl not to jump off the ledge. In this, Homelander urges her to jump off. And it is despicable, it is disgusting and shocking, but I thought that was a great little spin on a classic Superman comic book. I also think Carl Urban is the best he's been in the show. I love Butcher, but I do think Butcher can be all out, so about the mission, and so comical and saying cunt every other second that you really don't get to see what's behind that. And here we get the great backstory of all of the stuff we've wanted to see with his brother Lenny. There's this great nightmare sequence where we get this flashback of what happened to him, and it's so tragic, and it works. And that's what I love about The Boys, is it can be nihilistic and disgusting and have a huge heart at the end of the day. And I think that's what some of the best superhero shows this year have done, like Peacemaker, another great show that is violent, brutal, funny as hell, but has a giant heart to back it up. I was also super interested in Kimiko and Frenchie and all of the other characters, MM, and what they set up for them in this works perfectly. Everybody gets a moment to shine. There's also, I gotta get to it, I mentioned it in the beginning, Herogasm. This is the episode everybody talks about, right? Herogasm, the big orgy episode where all the superheroes are fucking in disgusting ways. There's a dude with this giant Reed Richards penis that just extends and extends and extends. There's a guy that turns a ice dildo and shoves it up a prostitute. Like, there's some crazy things in this episode, and it is violent. I'm telling you, it's like trauma level of violence in this. One of the best episodes of the season, for sure. Probably the best episode. It is brutal. It is intense. Again, it is disgusting as all hell. I also loved what they did with A-Train this season. A-Train's one of those guys where I really just get annoyed with his character. I'm like, this guy's always on some shit. He is just terrible. He is just... And he's not terrible in a charismatic way like Homelander manages to be, and despicable, but A-Train is just weak. And what I love about this season is we peel back some layers on A-Train. we finally get to see a side of him that maybe he is redeemable. Maybe there is some humanity left in him. Certainly for Maeve, Queen Maeve, who doesn't really want to be a hero, doesn't see herself as a hero. And we get this great redemption arc with her where she can finally be free of Vought and get the hell out of there. Another highlight is Starlight, of course. I mean, every season Starlight is great, but here she gets to join up with the boys, leave her past behind her, and she gets some great moments of fight sequences against Soldier Boy. I mean, the finale of this is just insane. It is an all-out superhero battle. I also thought it was kind of funny that Jack Quaid and Carl Urban, their characters get hooked on this drug, and they are just like, they're pretty much junkies on it, but there's some really bad side effects, which is going to lead into next season really well, where we leave off with Butcher. He's pretty much got 12 to 18 months to live, so I'm really interested where they're going to take that. Also, I got to talk about the opening, because the opening, the first episode of this season, grossed out my fiance. She has not watched the show. She'll watch it if I'm watching it in the background and stuff. But it starts out where this man that can shrink down into an Ant-Man, like he's pretty much Ant-Man or the Atom. He could shrink down into a small size, and he goes through his lover's penis, and it's pretty disgusting. He sneezes and explodes his boyfriend's body. There's also this insane gag with, like, semen. There's a lot of... This season's probably the most disgusting season. Every kind of body part, every kind of human fluid there is, it's in the show, and it's there. But for a show that has all of this and somehow makes it work so well, makes it so entertaining, and fills it with a level of heart where you actually care about these characters, I gotta applaud them, because this is one of the best seasons of a show, a superhero show that I've seen. And I think, for me, it might be my third favorite comic book property of the year. Maybe second. It's somewhere up there. I love the Batman, Peacemaker, and then I would say The Boys. I think The Boys is that strong. But I'm not shocked, because The Boys brings a level of intensity and disgust and intrigue that I personally haven't seen since Game of Thrones, when I was hooked on that show. And you want to know, where are these characters going to go with their arc? Are they going to live in that gray area? Are they going to go completely evil? Are they going to go completely good? And this show manages to walk that line so well. Another favorite part of the show is the cameos. We get this great Seth Rogen cameo. He's great. It's so cool that he's behind these shows. You could tell he's a fan. Charlize Theron in the opening, that was a great gag. I love seeing her in there. But the show does a great job of bringing real-life events into the narrative in a very darkly comical way. I'm also interested to see what will happen to Ryan next season, now that he's full on with Homelander and sort of embracing his dad, and the season ends with him smirking and sort of being in line with what his father is doing, which is something that his mom and Butcher have been trying to protect him from. We also see that Soldier Boy is alive, so I only assume that he will come back. It's such a great character, and it's almost like, what if Steve Rogers did not take the Super Soldier Serum? What if, like, a total scumbag did? And this is probably what would happen. But overall, I thought this season was spectacular. There was great references to other forms of media. They make fun of the Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial. I caught it right away, and I was cracking up. It was hysterical. They imagine with Gal Gadot, everything, nothing's safe in this show. But again, you can do all those things. At the end of the day, you gotta give us something to care about, and it's the characters. Every character in this show you care about. And the boys, they're a family. They're a family unit, and you want to see them survive. You want to see what happens next season. And this is a huge thumbs up for me. This is probably my favorite season of The Boys. I thought it just hit on all cylinders across the board. I would probably rank this as my favorite. Yeah, this is probably my favorite season of the show. But anyway, what is your favorite moment of The Boys Season 3? What is your favorite moment in The Boys in general? I mean, there's so many great moments, so many disgusting moments, and it all works. It's all awesome. I'm interested. I want to know what you guys think. What did you like about this season in general? I thought this was awesome. I thought every aspect of it hit, but that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and watch us every Thursday on the main show. We cover the news, bring in some questions. We'd love to talk to you guys. And I'll see you next time.